Hey Taurus, welcome to your general love reading for March 16th through the 31st. I hope that you guys are doing great. Grab your sips and let's get right into it. So as I was meditating on your energy for this reading, I heard one message, and that was trade it all. So we'll see what that means for you guys in your reading. But I started out by pulling a couple of oracle cards to get a sense for the overall energy for you guys right now. And the first one that came out was Sarasvati, the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. The second oracle card that came out for you is Full Moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. So let's see how that ties in. We'll start by pulling a few tarot cards for you. We'll start with your current energy, and then we'll look at any energies that are surrounding you. We'll take a peek at any obstacles, challenges, and what might currently be hidden from you. We'll look at advice from spirit and look at your potential outcome. So, my Taurus collective, what we have for you for your current energy is the Two of Inspiration, or the Two of Wands upright. What we have for the energy that's surrounding you is the Ace of Voices, or the Ace of Swords, and we also have the Queen of Materials, or the Queen of Pentacles. What we have for challenges, obstacles, and what might currently be hidden is the Seven of Materials, or the Seven of Pentacles, and we also have the Queen of Voices, or the Queen of Swords. For advice from Spirit, we have the Knight of Voices in reverse, and we also have the Ten of Emotions, which is the Ten of Cups in traditional tarot. And looking at your potential outcome, let's see what we have for you. We have the Hanged Muse in reverse. All right, so we'll grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages just a little bit more for you. Starting with your current energy, let's see what we have for the Taurus collective. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. For the energy that's currently surrounding you, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. For challenges, obstacles, and what might currently be hidden, okay, let's see what we have. We have the King of Swords. For the advice from Spirit, for my Taurus collective, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And for your potential outcome, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, so let's grab some oracle cards and see what additional messages we have for you before we hop into the reading. So looking at your current energy first, we have Heart with a Key. For the energy that's currently surrounding you, that came quick. We have two. We have Cupid's Arrow, and we also have Mask. For challenges, obstacles, and what might currently be hidden, we have Love Call. For advice from Spirit, okay, we have Cassette. And then for your potential outcome, we have I Like You. All right, so Taurus, let's get into this. When I'm getting into the energy for this reading for you guys, it feels like a very wistful, kind of nostalgic feeling. It's not necessarily unhappy. There's a little bit of discontentment, but it feels just very dreamy, and it feels very peaceful. And so it doesn't feel as though you have what it is that you want right now, but you're still open to the possibilities. So what I'm seeing with the oracle cards that came out for the overall energy for this reading, you know, expressing yourself through creative activities and looking at a win-win outcome, it almost seems as though you need to tap into the creative and vulnerable and expressive side of yourself to get the love that you want, where you're kind of going with the flow, kind of free falling and letting things happen as they might, and maybe thinking outside the box in how you approach loving relationships, not necessarily adhering to some sort of prescribed path that has worked for people you know or that you've read online, but something that resonates with you, something that makes sense to you. So, getting into the tarot, we have the Two of Inspiration or the Two of Wands. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. And we also have one oracle card that came out, Heart with a Key. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. So it almost feels as though right now you are in a place of deciding whether or not, if it's a person that's on your mind, whether or not you want to wait for them to come in. And it seems as though you've gotten a little bit tired of doing so. Or if it's not somebody that you're specifically thinking of, whether or not you want to wait for love to come in general. But it almost seems as though you've sort of made the choice that while you want love, that while you think you're open to love, you're no longer sort of waiting for it to come to you. It's almost like you've sort of given up. And maybe you've had it at one point before or thought that you had it. But in this moment, it just feels as though like, well, it was nice while it lasted, but whatever, And it's almost like you're trying to figure out whether or not you want to give that experience a try again, whether it's with a specific person or if it's opening up to someone new that might come in. What we have for the energy that's currently surrounding you is the Ace of Voices. We have the Queen of Materials. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse and two oracle cards that came out for you. The first one is Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, hesitation. And the second card that came out for you all is Mask. Not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, or gaslighting. So right now, Taurus, this energy that's around you, whether you know this person right now or not, is that they are a little bit tired, I think, of fighting their feelings. It seems as though whoever this is around you is ready to kind of come in and speak their truth to you. They're ready to offer you this bit of stability, right? They're ready to sort of shoot their shot with you. And perhaps they've been acting nonchalant and you're not entirely sure how it is that they feel about you. And that may be a reflection because you're kind of aloof. Like you don't know what you want. You're like, I don't know if this love thing is worth it to me anymore. But there's somebody around you or someone that's coming in that does want to give this a chance. And it seems as though they're hoping that you want to give this a chance too. So looking at the obstacles, challenges, and what might be hidden, we have the Seven of Materials. We have the Queen of Voices, we have the King of Swords, and we also have Love Call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So what you don't see is that this sort of patience that you've been having, even if it's in the form of uncertainty, kind of waiting, not waiting, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I want this, I don't want this. It's actually creating an environment where someone is feeling very compelled to speak up, where someone is very compelled to come forward and, sort of with the thought of, well, Taurus isn't going to say anything. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and speak up. That's what you don't see coming. So, not saying that, being wishy washy or going back and forth is a good thing, but in this instance, it seems as though because you haven't been able to quite make that decision, this person is going to go ahead and make it for you. They're going to go ahead and take that step. Looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Knight of Voices in reverse. We have the Ten of Emotions, or the Ten of Cups, in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And we also have cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So, Taurus Collective, what Spirit is saying with these cards is that it's time to, how do I put this? It's time to relax and go towards your happiness. And if that's this person, then that's absolutely wonderful. But take it slow, right? Because I think that what may have gotten you here is, perhaps there was a rushed feeling, perhaps there was, a lot of in and out energy where you weren't certain but ended up getting a little bit burned. So these cards are telling me to focus on what will make you happy. And if this person is a part of that, then be a little bit tempered, right? Learn the lessons from what you've experienced in the past, but do not let those experiences prevent this person from showing you what they have to offer. If you're going to be in, and let them have the chance to prove themselves to you. But don't close the door on them just because you're uncertain. What we have for your outcome, we have the Hanged Muse in reverse. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. And we also have I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting. And want to date. So Taurus, with this, I feel as though you're going to make the decision to give this person a fair shot, right? Like, release whatever has happened in the past and let them reveal themselves to you. Let them show you who they are. And I don't think that you're going to have the expectation that this is the one, like, oh my God, victory, I finally got this. If that's the case, then that's absolutely wonderful. But I'm not feeling as though this is it for you. What I do feel, especially with this Oracle card, is that this is an opportunity for you to kind of get back out there. This is an opportunity for someone to express that they want to get to know you and for you to be okay with that. A little bit of fun, a little bit of flirting, something super duper lighthearted. I'm not feeling that this is anything deep, but I do think that this is going to get you out of this place of stagnancy, this little rut that you've been in. And it's going to be good for you. It's going to teach you how to date again. It's going to teach you how to be open again. And that's awesome. So even if you and this person just end up being friends, or if there's not a super duper connection, it'll be a good time in the interim. And that's something that you can take with you on your next journey for when you meet the next person. So we're going to go ahead and pull one last Oracle card to see if there are any final messages from Spirit for you before I let you go. Okay, and we have one that flipped out. And the card that we have for you is spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. So Taurus, I think that this is confirmation from Spirit that it's time for you to be open, right? Be spontaneous. Allow things to come into you. It doesn't have to be a forever proposition. You just have to be open and willing to accept things as they come. And, who knows what this might turn into, but guarantee that it won't turn into anything if you don't even give it a chance. So I will leave it there. I hope that this resonated for you somehow. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future readings. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.